Okay, so today I'm gonna eat this mango and hold on, baby, because I gotta make sure that my lips is right before I even bite into the mango. So let me get my Young Living lip balm on, filled with essential oils, lavender to be exact. You might not notice it, but there's a shift that is taking place on the planet when it comes to dating. And we are where, unlike where we've been the last thousands of years, tens and thousands of years, where going into relationships really quickly was a thing and that was just normal and that's just been okay. Even not even choosing your mate, not even really knowing your mate, having someone else choose for you. I mean, this is how it's been in history. And there's nothing wrong with that because that's how it was supposed to go for that time. But I'm always talking about going back in time so that you know what's coming up. And so one of the things that is really important to note is that these things have progressed. Dating has evolved and changed in the way that we do things, less traditional. And I don't even know if we can say less traditional because that's what I'm saying is like this way of dating is going to become the tradition. And it has to do with the conscious collective awakening to like what mental health is and protecting your peace and setting up boundaries and having triggers and narcissism and all these different terms and things that we weren't using and we definitely were not speaking about publicly barely even 10 years ago. And so I'm excited for this because I feel like I play such a big part in helping us evolve into that. And I mean that in a like serious sense. Like my journey, I started my very first real relationship was 13 and we were together for 7 years. So it's just like me being a double Libra. If you know anything about Libra, you know we're about love and justice, but love is a big thing. And I just even my card in Cardaminty is a seven of hearts. That is the Rumi card, okay, the love card. So love is just a big thing in my a big theme in my journey in my earth experience, and I think that this message that comes through to me is something that is really dear, and I really can hear my guides saying like share this because this is where we're going anyway. So basically, why is you rushing? Like why do we feel like we have to rush?
Why? 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 Why?
The reason why you don't want to rush, number one, is because you don't know this mother. Okay? That's it. Men and women, you don't know this person. Like literally, you don't know them. So it's not even saying, okay, take your time in case you don't want to be with them. It's just take your time because if you all are meant to be together, if you all end up together, you need to know who you're dealing with. And no, you guys talking for 2 months and 3 months is not long enough. 6 months is not even long enough to know someone. A year of being around someone, you still do not know them. The reason why is because knowing someone is knowing who they are on their good days, on their bad days. That's knowing who they are when surprises come up, when betrayal is presented itself, or the test of honesty, or any of the things that we humans test ourselves with here. When these kind of things come up, and even being broke, I mean, that's a whole you learn a person from a whole nother level. There's levels. We are evolving beings. Our souls, the human nature in us is always evolving. So technically you never really know someone. Y'all are together, but you guys are still growing as individuals. Every human being, every fragment of a second, technically you're a new person. So most definitely over the course of a few months or a few years, you're not the same exact person that you were when you met this individual. So literally you really don't ever know anyone. And with that understanding, then you can understand why being around someone for 6 months to a year, you still don't really know them for real. You spend every day with someone or a lot of days. And I mean that too, like spending, not like over the phone. Okay. I could write a book on the feelings that humans can have when you feel like you know someone that you haven't met in person. You really don't know this one. If you haven't met them in person, stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. You don't know them. And if you have met them in person, that doesn't mean, oh, well, I met them in person now. So now I know. No, 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 no. You got to slow down. Okay. This message I'm telling y'all, this message comes so strong through me. Like I just know that my guides are urging me to share this. And what they're saying is that we're going into this time frame anyway, that over the next 10 years, you guys are going to start seeing people coming out with like programs and information and different posts and videos about the importance of taking your time and really getting to know someone before you go into dating. Okay, because what you're really supposed to be doing is dating to get to know someone as a friend. You're supposed to know what they're like as a friend. You're not supposed to be, y'all just started talking, you just met them a month ago, and now you guys are dating to see if y'all can be together. You don't even know if this person is a good friend yet. And at the end of the day, when we take down all the romanticism of being in relationships, at the end of the day, a relationship is just a healthy relationship is a good friendship. That's really what it is. It just has intimacy involved and a bunch of other emotions and things. But if you cannot be your partner's friend, if y'all not friends, I mean, that's why so many people are in love with people that they don't like. Mm, mm. Did she say it? In love with people that they don't even like. Come on, y'all. I have been married myself, been in multiple very long relationships, and I have been counseling couples married and not married for so many years, like the last 11 years. So this is not a secret, and this ain't no conspiracy. It's definitely a thing. You need to know this individual, and you need to not think so delusional. Like, we really come from this really narcissistic possession, delusional way of going about relationships. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, I can say that because myself was included. Myself was included. And you know what? A lot of you guys are going to deny this. A lot of you guys are, because we've been so used to doing this, you don't really take the time to look back and see how quickly you got into those relationships. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Let's just sit back and let's just think about your last 2 or 3 relationships. How fast did you guys go from the talking stage to the moving in, I love you, maybe we can start a family phase? I mean, stage, because I guarantee you, the majority of you guys are not going to tell me that that happened over a year span. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. This is not something I'm trying to convince you to do. This is simply an intuitive message. And whether you see it or not, you are going to see this happening over the next 10 or so years. It's going to be our way of relationshiping over the next few thousands of years, if not just forever. This is how it's going to be. It's going to be us going into relationships with more awareness, being more on the ground and not so flighty and floaty. My window is open, so y'all probably hear birds chirping. Second thing that I wanted to mention, those of you, my lovely couples who met on Friday and got married the next Monday, welcome. Hello. I love you guys. Trust me, I do. I love you. Like, it's so beautiful. It's so divine. I swear it is. But your story is not everyone's story. Because see, when I talk about this subject, people that have been with their spouses for 10, 15 years and they got with them really fast get really offended. Like, this is like a trigger conversation. I've been talking about this for quite a few years now. And I noticed that a lot of women, and men sometimes. Okay, wait. Let me make sure. Let me not forget to eat this mango. Yeah. So they just really get offended, and the thing is that you don't want to take this advice personal. You don't want to take this message personal. What you want to remember is that although you and your beautiful spouse that have been together for however long and you got together really quick and you guys are still healthy and in love, remember that your circle, though, the couples that you know around you, would you suggest that they would get together in just a couple of days or a couple of weeks. The single men and women that you know, would you suggest that they meet someone next week and they just, oh yeah, it's going to work out because our marriage worked out? No. Most likely it's a no. Okay. So it's good to acknowledge that you are the one percenter because that's just facts. It's good to acknowledge that you're the one percenter, that you guys are the couples that met really fast, got together, and it's actually really healthy. And you guys truly are like, it's a healthy relationship. We love that for y'all, but you're not the majority, and you know you're not. And that's okay. It's okay for you to be like, yeah, but we are a rare case. It's, call it unique, whatever. But don't try to act like a conversation like this is not needed because you know good and goddamn well that your loved ones who are single or in and out of relationships right now need to take their time and find out who they are. You know it. You know it. And this is a problem with being single is that we don't we don't cherish the moment of being single. When people be single, a lot of times we're like feeling lonely and we're like, where is my partner? And we have like this desperation to it. Even people who are not single, like they really like look down on like, oh my God, if I'm ever single, I'm gonna lose my mind and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Come on, y'all. Like my guides are saying this is a self-love message for real. This message is about the true meaning of love because relationships are hard already, right? Because it's just another individual coming from another background and you guys are coming and merging together. But relationships are even harder when the individuals don't know themselves. That's why people that got together when they were really young tend to have went through a lot more because you're learning yourself. So when you don't take the time to learn yourself and to hold on to you, even while going into a healthy relationship, which we're going to get into, you can really create a lot of chaos. We see a lot of men that ruin a good thing, and we see a lot of women that end up cheating or not communicating right and ruining a good thing. This is the result of us moving too fast. It's nothing else but that. It's nothing else but that. Moving too fast because we don't understand that true love, like you really can't even love nobody in a healthy way until you're loving yourself. Okay. So, mm, almost forgot to eat my mango, y'all, because I was talking so much. So, you want to know that when you take your time in love, you get to walk in love and not fall in love. Mm. You get to really see who you are as you're going into that love instead of doing what a lot of us women, ladies, what we tend to do, and that's fall into what I call the zone. Fall into the zone. When you are just blindly rushing and going into it and you're really going off of the aesthetics of it and you're missing those red flags that are actually really coming up. How we be like, oh, he just changed on me. No, baby, you just had sex too early. So all the dopamine and the endorphins were down, and you don't know what the hell you couldn't even see no more after that. You moved too fast. That's it. You could have waited 2 more weeks, 2 more months, sometimes 6 more months, and all of it would have came out. But you allow those endorphins to go down, and you moved too fast. So you want to wait because you want to be able to walk in love and have a clear head. And I don't care if you guys are going to end up being together for 40 years. You need to maintain that clear head throughout your marriage. You need to maintain that groundedness, maintain being able to get a break from your partner or give your partner space and a break. You guys are going to need that. Marriage is a really long time if you guys are really going to make it. Okay, hold on. Let me take a bite. I'm clearly not good mm, at chewing and talking, right? Mm-mm. I can't chew and talk at the same time. It's impossible. I'm gonna try. Yeah, ain't nothing like an organic mango. Mm, I moved here for this. Mm, Okay. So yeah, like I always say this because women, again, we get lost in the sauce. The reason why you want to go through his phone and you're feeling all these insecurities and stuff, baby, you're not on the ground no more. You're floating. You're floating. You need to come down. You need to come down on the ground so you can see from ground level, okay? From ground level zero, okay? You need to be able to see what's really going on. And when you do this, you're going to be able to see that you are showing up insecure, you are showing up jealous, or you are showing up whatever, stressing the man out. Okay, you're doing too much because you didn't walk in love. You ran in it. You didn't even fall in it. You ran. You ran and you tripped and you fell. It's too much. It's too much. And I don't even want to make this video specifically for women because men do it too. But let me say this though, sisters, this is how you know that you're dealing with a man that is going to be healthy for you. Like there's 9 times out of 10, he's going to be a healthy partner. And it is because he is going to take his time with you. He is not even going to rush into it. Not that he's going to try. I didn't say he's going to try because y'all be like, yeah, he said he wants to take his time, and then y'all moving in 3 months. No, I'm saying that he is going to take his time with you. He's going to set up those boundaries, whether you do or you don't. And it's not going to be because he got something else going on. It's going to be because he's not playing about the kind of woman that he wants to choose. He's choosing to marry. He's choosing for longevity, and he also has experience. So he knows that we can be crazy. He knows that it can be too much, and it doesn't make sense if you are dealing with a woman who is not at peace. So that is really a dead giveaway that you're dealing with a man who really got his head on. Because even if he really likes you, he is still like, okay, but hold on. Wait a minute. You can't just move in. Hold on. We can't just, that's how you know that he's thinking. It's a thinking man, Savannah. Let me say this too. You want to walk in love to maintain that groundedness for the fact that it's not even about if y'all end up not being together. It's the fact that a lot of couples, I mean, if not the majority, most of, well, that's the majority. Oh, most of a lot of couples are codependent in their love. They're not confident and they're not walking forward in their love with their heads up. They got their heads down. And that's why there's so much jealousy and there's so much insecurities. And some of y'all make it seem like y'all joking, telling a little cute joke, but it be some serious insecurities going on. It be some serious attachment issues and codependency in marriages where the man is actually a good man or the woman is actually a good woman, but it's still unhealthy. It doesn't mean unhealthy doesn't mean that there's like abuse going on and you guys are verbally and physically. It doesn't have to be that. Unhealthy can just simply be that you guys are codependent. He can be an amazing man. She can be serving him, and he can be so patient with her and whatever. But the codependency be real in relationships. It's too much. So you want to your spouse needs to know that you have a life too, and you need to know that you have a life too. You need to know that just because you guys are married doesn't mean that you have to lose your identity. Healthy marriages are marriages where you two have the things that you do together and you have your own thing because you're still your individual. You're still you. So ask yourself first, why do we have to go so fast? Ask yourself, what is the rush? Like literally. No, for real. What's the rush? I'm gonna wait. Because what's the rush? Like ask yourself that. Because if you guys are gonna be together anyway, what are you rushing for? Like, why do y'all have to move in 2 and 3 months, 6 months? Why do you have to live together that fast? Why are you guys already planning a baby after 4 months? That but it feels like we've been together forever. I love that. I know what that's like. Know what that's like. And don't get it twisted, you guys, because this information is coming from not only someone who is intuitively receiving this and sharing this, but someone, like I said, I've had a lot of relationship experience and I have a lot of experience being loved, like genuinely being loved by men, like men that still love me, honestly. So I'm not like on some like F love, da, 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 da. No, not at all. This is really about how to maintain um, a love life and how to just do it with a clearer head. Ladies, you should especially hear this message because we really be the ones losing our heads. Like you said, love is blind. We be the ones walking in the relationships with the blindfolds on. And it doesn't make it any better when we have sex. Like you guys have seen me say many times before. I think I failed at doing this mukbang. hmm I definitely failed. That's the message, guys. Is just slow down. If you really think about it, it is insane with the way that we are, like everything that makes up a human being in our consciousness, it's actually insane at how fast we go into relationships. This is not me picking on you. I'm honest. I look back on my relationships and yeah, even though we were together for a really long time and there were lots of moments of healthy love, that there was a lot of timelines of us being in healthy love, but we didn't really know each other when we fell in love. And a lot of you guys have the same reality. Like I said, I counsel. My job is to coach people. And one of the main questions that I ask women when they come to me and they are new divorcees or they're going through a lot of trauma, or it doesn't have to even be a lot of trauma, when they're just confused about their marriage, the first thing I ask them is, how long did it take for y'all to go from the talking stage to being in love? It's very, I mean, I haven't even had one person. We're talking about over a 10-year span of of me coaching people. I haven't had one individual tell me, well, we really took our time and um we actually were really good friends for, I mean, that happens, but it happens like on an accident. It's like, oh yeah, we were just friends, we just weren't attracted to each other at first. But it's so rare, guys. It's so rare, and it just makes sense why I'm always getting this message that is changing for us, and that we're going more into being more conscious, aware, and being more like stepping into relationships with more love. You know, I seen someone post the other day. Okay, let me try to eat too. Mm, mm, this is impossible to do. Maybe it's because I'm a lady. Maybe it's because my aunt, who was like a mom, taught me to chew with my mouth closed. Okay. I seen someone saying the healing of your life really takes place after you get in a relationship. After you get in a, you're healing with, I'm healing you. Because don't act like it. Don't act like it. Don't try to sit here and act like it. When you go into a relationship and you have damage, when you have baggage and you have damage and you have trauma, unless you're dealing with someone who was a counselor and really good at assisting with people like that and being patient, y'all gonna have a lot of shit going on. It don't mean that y'all can't grow through it and y'all not gonna get through it. I'm just saying that what the person really should have said is that we need to go into these relationships as healed as possible. And being in love is also a healing mechanism. When you are being loved in a healthy way, it can help heal some wounds. That's what it should have been. But the idea that we need to be in love in order for us to heal, y'all doing too much. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all be doing too much. Y'all really be romanticizing being in love. You got to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest. You should be able to walk in love. And when you are in that relationship, you should be able to give your partner space. You want to be able, ladies, You want to be able to give your partner space and to not feel like you have to go through the phone and you checking for stuff, and that's what walking in love does. That's what spending time with yourself does. Even if you're married right now, say, hey, babe, I'm going to go on a staycation. Go stay in a hotel for the weekend. Just you and your favorite book. All right, y'all. That's it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I can never do a mukbang again because I just don't know how to talk and eat. Like it's too much. How they do this? I don't even know. All right.
I see you in the moonlight dancing, yeah. Only need one chance, girl, right here. One night stand, please don't have fear.